What's going on, guys? It's Insomnatech here, back with another video, and today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about net neutrality. It's the big topic right now. Net neutrality is highly debated amongst many different people. There's many different sides to the story, and is it a good thing or a bad thing? Now, recently, just yesterday, Ajit Pai, chairman of the FCC, voted against net neutrality. They actually voted to abolish the bill in the Title II that it was under completely and leave everything up to a different agency, the FTC. Now, after hearing both sides of the story, and I actually watched the video from the conference that happened when they did the voting, it was very interesting to hear both sides and both reasonings. Now, at first, when I heard net neutrality had went away and was taken away from the American people, I was very mad. I wanted to get the pitchfork out and start flipping out on the internet. But once I heard the actual reasons for the change, it became clear that this bill is not clear, that this problem is not just a single solution problem. This problem, like I talk about many things, the answer is never just black or white or gray. It's always usually gray. Like there's always should be regulation. The thing that I'm taking away from net neutrality and the dismantlement of it is that the bill was never a good thing, and that different bills need to take on different aspects because the internet is very complex, as you know. Another thing that is scary without net neutrality is that back in 2015, we seen that Comcast wanted to throttle Netflix, and that what brought up net neutrality. But 2015 was actually a different era than 2017. The things have already changed so quickly. Now we understand, and people are really catching on to the fact that data mining, data collection, and things like these are one of the most valuable things in the world. As valuable as Bitcoin, gold, and silver, data mining is just as valuable because of the marketing aspect and what you can do with knowing people's habits because of social media and different blogs and websites and what they do on a daily basis. The data collection of that is highly valuable, and actually growing a platform is highly valuable as well. So and that's another thing, growing a platform, now that net neutrality is abolished, basically makes it very uneasy for content creators and people that have a platform, because now Comcast and other ISPs, internet service providers, have the ability to throttle you if they don't, or if they just so desire. They can say, well, this company is a competing company and we want to throttle them. Now, I'm not saying that'll ever happen or ever has happened. Well, we know it has happened, but there needs to be some regulations. And what I've taken out of this change is that hopefully over the next few weeks, months, years, when there are court trials and lawsuits happening, hopefully we take out that some other type of regulatory body and action or bills or whatever it is needs to take place, because the internet is an ever evolving and changing thing, and it should be free and open for everyone. Well, that was my little rant for the day. It's on net neutrality, and I just wanted to let anyone who views my videos know this is a very important topic for everyone in the world, basically, because what happens in America can affect other countries like over in Europe and Asia. These things can trickle down, and it could have a big effect. but I just wanted to let everyone know my kind of thoughts on net neutrality. Let's get into the gaming news rundown. Let's get into the gaming news rundown for December 15th, 2017. First up, this comes from Polygon. The developer that said fuck the Oscars was followed up with, and he said this: it's time to understand that games are like a serious art. And I completely agree with this guy. His name's Joseph Fars. He is very interesting guy. I thought it was pretty cool what he did, and I think what he says here is very interesting, and it really makes sense. Come on, guys. We know that games are an art, especially people like myself who love gaming. We know that movies are art, and, just like all these other art aspects, it takes serious work and dedication and various talents, especially in gaming. You have artists, you have to have production people, you have to have several different things to create a game. Not that I'm a game developer or know anything about developing games. I'm a web guy. I don't know much about developing games, but I do know they are serious art, and I completely agree with this guy. Next up on the gaming news rundown, Pubg recently released on the Xbox One X and Xbox One, and there's mixed opinions about it. Now, I do have a video that I will be putting up in the top corner of your screen right now, and that video does talk about the recent release and some of the concerns that I had with it, especially in the disparity between the consoles. There's different like textures and different shadows that can happen on one console and the other, and give it you an advantage if you're on one console than the other, which is very interesting. And that's a very small aspect, because there's some big other problems with Pubg right now, especially like the frame rate. We've seen a video from Digital Foundries talking about it, and the frame rate is anywhere between 5 and 10 FPS in some parts and up to 30 FPS in others. And it's a inconsistent experience, but I'll be looking forward to picking up Pubg on the Xbox One X once they patch this a couple of times to see if it actually holds up and I can actually play the game without being frustrated. Next up on the gaming rundown, this is our last article. This comes from GameSpot. Sony's big PS4 holiday sale offers a lot of PSN games. They have Overwatch. These next 3 games are all Game of the Year editions. We have Overwatch, Hitman Game of the Year, and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, all Game of the Year. Overwatch is $30 with PSN, $36 without. Hitman is $36 and $42 without. Middle-earth is $10 and $12 without. They also have Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain for $13.39 and $16 without. Batman Arkham Knight for $9, and Wipeout Omega Collection for $16 and $20. That's it for the gaming rundown. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel, The Insomnatech. Remember, you can always find me over on XboxNexus.com, on Facebook and Twitch /Insomnatech, or on Twitter @Insomnatech. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you like what I do, think about subscribing.